Hi, I'm Brian and welcome to Munros for Dogs. On this trip, myself and Cody set out to summit our nemesis, Beinn Bhuidhe. This was our third attempt at this Munro. The first time I tried to summit it, I went up the hydro track. However, it was a yellow weather warning and the weather was horrific. You can actually see the hydro track in the video right now. We may not have summited Bhuidhe that day, however, on the descent I got the idea to create the Facebook page Munros for Dogs, which has grown arms and legs since then. On our second attempt, the individual we were climbing with got spooked after the scramble, taking you up towards the last stretch towards the summit. However, I couldn't leave that individual, so we ended up coming back down. If you're watching this and panicking now thinking that Bhuidhe is going to be a really difficult climb, it's not. It was just the circumstances that caused me not to summit on both those occasions. The walk-in from the car park is actually really simple. However, there was a field that had Highland cows and calves this time of year, so we just had to give them a wide berth. There are also some sheep scattered around the hill as well. This route is also ideal if you want to bike it in as well. There is a point where you can actually padlock your bike before you start heading up to the Munro itself, as you will see later in the video. On both previous attempts, I had followed the hydro track all the way up the Munro. This time I was following the traditional route that takes you up the gully. This was the first time going up it, so I was a little bit nervous, hoping that I would actually get to the summit. Luckily, the weather was with us and we had a really good day out. However, the weather did change on the way down. It was almost like Bhuidhe was telling me to get the hell off the hill. I really enjoyed going up the gully, however, because the weather changed the descent, we actually went back down the hydro track, which was much safer and a lot faster as well. However, if you are taking a bike, you're going to have to go back down the other side of the gully on the descent. As you can see, some of the parts of the gully are quite narrow and steep at points, and there's nothing major that's going to stop your dog until you get further along to where the bad step is, as you will see in the video. That's us approaching the bad step. It's a narrow path that takes you between the rock face and the steep drop on your right hand side. There's not a big issue as a human, but dogs may struggle a little bit. It was a bit slippy that day, so Cody wasn't sure exactly what to do or where to go. I did help him guide him, however he did slip down and I was conscious that I didn't want him slipping all the way into the gully. As you can see, there's not really much ground there for you to kind of walk along, and it is quite slippy. So we ended up just going round the back of the rock face and up and over the bad step, and then reacquire the track at the other side. Just be aware with Bhuidhe, if you are going up with your dogs, there are sporadic sheep scattered all the way through the hill itself, so you just have to keep your eyes open for them. As a bypass option, it's actually much steeper and a little bit more taxing on you than the route after the bad step. However, it is a good option if you feel unsafe on the bad step. Once you're up and over the other side, you'll see the prominent track that will continue taking you all the way up to the top of the gully. Unfortunately, your slog up the gully isn't over yet. You've still got a bit to go. You've got this rocky path that takes you up and eventually it starts to plateau out just before you hit the hydro track. After reaching the top of the gully, you'll come across the hydro track. There should be a turn off to the right that will lead you onto the correct path. Once you reach this section, you can actually see the Munros summit just off the left there. This will take you to a grassy scramble which is visible on the right that takes you up towards your final approach to the summit. This scramble can be quite steep at points. It's also got a kind of rocky path every so often, and in bad weather that rocky path is now a river, so you'll have that to contend with as well as you're heading up. Bhuidhe is full of very different terrain as you walk, from a nice walk in to the really nice gully that you walk up to then face to face with a kind of scramble up a grassy rocky slope as well. However, this does add to Beinn Bhuidhe's charm. Like most things on Bhuidhe, the scramble does go on, but stick with it and you will get to the top of it. And here we are finally at the top of the scramble. There is a path that takes you to the left, that takes you to the summit. There is one that goes to the right, which is your descent route from here. Unfortunately, you're not finished yet. You still have to continue along some narrow tracks that take you towards the summit itself. You can actually just see it clouded in the mist.
Everything reminds me of you, but everything is not enough. Feeling out by the ocean, among all those white hot sands, where every sunrise is just for you. So come along and take my hand.
As this was my nemesis, I wasn't exactly expecting views when I got to the top, especially at this moment in time. As you can see, it's quite claggy all over the summit. However, Bhuidhe decided to change its mind and the weather changed, and we actually got some really good views once I reached the summit. I couldn't have been happier summiting Beinn Bhuidhe. It was really nice to finally get to the top, and as you can see, we got some really good views at the top. On the descent, the weather did change. As I said earlier in the video, it was almost like Beinn Bhuidhe was telling me to get off the hill. Weather massively changed and it was just torrential rain, but that's how Munros go sometimes. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you on our next adventure.